Welcome to Battlesphere, the ultimate arena for legendary showdowns. Here, mythological titans, Marvel icons, DC legends, and epic warriors from diverse civilizations clash in electrifying battles. Join me as we explore the realms of possibility, comparing strengths, skills, and strategies in hypothetical matchups that will leave you on the edge of your seat. So buckle up and let's dive into this thrill of epic confrontations. In a forgotten age of men and gods, when the skies thundered with the voices of immortals and the earth trembled beneath their wrath, a child was born under an omen of dread. The mortals named him Cain Marco, but destiny had already carved a different title for him in the walls of fate. Juggernaut Cain was not like other children. From the moment he could walk, he showed strength beyond comprehension. Trees cracked under his touch, stones crumbled beneath his feet. His father, a cruel and dismissive man, feared him. Villagers whispered behind their doors. Cain was alone, misunderstood and angry. His mother, a gentle healer, tried to guide his path, but her untimely death left Cain consumed by bitterness and rage. As Cain grew, so did his power. He roamed from village to village, trying to find his place, only to be met with fear and rejection. The loneliness festered, poisoning his heart. During a great war among mortals, Cain, forced into service, fled the battlefield in shame and disgust. He wandered aimlessly until he stumbled upon a hidden cave in a remote valley. Inside, amidst ancient runes and bones of long-dead warriors, lay a strange red gem, pulsing with unnatural energy. Drawn to it as if by fate, Cain reached out. The moment his fingers touched its surface, a thunderous voice echoed through the void. "I am Cytorak. You are now my avatar. Go forth, Juggernaut, and become the unstoppable." In a blaze of crimson light, Cain's body transformed. His muscles swelled like mountains. A mystical armor formed around him, encasing him in indestructible power. With a roar that shook the heavens, Cain emerged reborn, not as a man, but as Juggernaut, the unstoppable force. He descended from the cave like a living earthquake. Villages were flattened beneath his feet. Forests blazed in his wake. Entire armies crumbled like paper before his might. He was a one-man apocalypse, and nothing could halt his path. The mortal realm fell into chaos. Cries of despair echoed across the lands. Cities built over centuries were reduced to rubble in hours. Families were torn apart, kings dethroned, and temples shattered. People fled, hoping the gods had not abandoned them. Their cries reached Olympus. Upon Mount Olympus, thunder crackled as Zeus called an emergency council. The gods gathered, majestic beings bathed in divine light. The marble halls glowed with ethereal fire, but the mood was grim. "This Juggernaut," Zeus declared, his voice booming like a storm, "has shattered the balance between divine and mortal. If we do not act, mortals will be lost." Poseidon, god of the seas, slammed his trident to the ground. "Let me raise the oceans and drown the lands he walks upon." Ares, god of war, bared his teeth. "Let me descend with legions of celestial warriors. We will crush him in battle." The hall shook with their fury, but a calm, wise voice interrupted them. "Violence will only strengthen him," said Athena, goddess of wisdom and strategic war. "He is powered by rage and momentum. If we fight him with the same, we will lose." Zeus turned toward her. "What do you propose, daughter?" "Send Hercules," she said. "He has the strength to face Juggernaut and the wit to outmaneuver him." There was a pause. Even Ares lowered his gaze. Hercules was not just a hero, he was a symbol of resilience, wit and valor. Zeus nodded. "Summon my son." In the lush hills of Thebes, Hercules trained under the rising sun. He wrestled beasts of the wild and lifted boulders as large as homes. As he tossed one into the sky, a flash of lightning split the air. Zeus had arrived in his golden chariot. "My son," Zeus said, "the world is in peril. A being empowered by Cytorak lays waste to the mortal realm." Hercules wiped sweat from his brow. "Tell me where to find him." "You will face Juggernaut, the unstoppable. This is no ordinary foe. He is not bound by reason or fatigue." Before Hercules departed, Athena appeared in the form of an owl. In a dreamlike state, she whispered to him, "Use not just your strength, but your mind. Guide his power against him. Let his own force be his undoing." Hercules bowed. "I will not fail Olympus." In a once prosperous village reduced to ash, Juggernaut stood amid ruins. His laughter echoed like thunder as the last remnants of hope crumbled. Then, footsteps. Hercules appeared, silhouetted against the sun, muscles gleaming, lion's pelt across his shoulders, golden club in hand. Juggernaut turned. "Another brave fool come to die." Hercules grinned. "I thought the unstoppable one would be taller." Juggernaut snarled, "I have torn gods limb from limb. You are nothing." Then a voice like grinding stone filled the air. "Cytorak, Juggernaut, crush the son of Zeus, and I shall grant you dominion over countless realms." Juggernaut flexed, his armor glowing crimson. Hercules tightened his grip on his club. "Then let Olympus bear witness to your fall," said Hercules. With the sky splitting above them, the two titans clashed. A once serene valley now lay in ruin, a battlefield scarred by divine conflict. Charred trees jutted out from scorched earth like broken spears, and ash floated in the air like snow. Above, storm clouds churned in circles, black and heavy, mirroring the fury below. In the midst of this apocalyptic landscape stood two giants of legend. Hercules, son of Zeus, gripped his golden club, his body gleaming with divine strength. Facing him was the Juggernaut, towering, relentless, his armor pulsing with the chaotic energy of Cytorak. Hercules made the first move. With a mighty roar, he charged, swinging his club with the force of a thunderstorm. The blow connected with Juggernaut's helmet, unleashing a tremor that cracked the earth. Yet Juggernaut did not budge. The attack was monumental but ineffective, like trying to halt an avalanche with a stick. Juggernaut retaliated instantly. He grabbed Hercules and flung him across the valley, sending him crashing into a hillside. Rocks crumbled, dust rose, and silence followed. But moments later, Hercules emerged, bruised but unbroken. "You throw like a cyclops," Hercules spat. Juggernaut charged. The ground quaked beneath his massive steps. Their collision sent out a sonic boom that could be heard. For miles, trees snapped, hills fractured, rivers reversed their flow. The battle intensified. Hercules swung with precision, his strikes flattening boulders and tearing through the land. Juggernaut answered with punishing fists that shook the mountains. This was not just a duel, it was elemental warfare. Far away, villagers fell to their knees, believing the gods were at war. On Mount Olympus, the gods themselves watched. Zeus gripped his throne, eyes narrowed. Athena stood beside him, quiet but calculating. Ares' expression flickered between awe and envy. Juggernaut taunted as he fought. "You're strong, Hercules, but strength alone cannot stop me. I am the will of Cytorak, and I am the will of Olympus," Hercules shouted back. "You fight for destruction, I fight for life." A titanic blow from Juggernaut shattered a nearby cliff. Hercules adapted, dodging and weaving rather than trading blow for blow. He shifted tactics, choosing speed and agility over brute strength. He became the predator, circling, striking, retreating. Juggernaut grew frustrated. His attacks became reckless. He swung wildly, smashing the terrain and missing his target. Hercules used the opportunity to lure him toward Twin Fang Gorge, a narrow canyon known for its dangerous cliffs. As Juggernaut gave chase, the terrain betrayed him. He stumbled, slowed by tight turns and shifting stones. Hercules danced across the ledges, knocking down debris to impede the Juggernaut's path. "You cannot stop me," Juggernaut bellowed. "No," Hercules admitted. "But the earth can." Hercules climbed higher, found a vantage point and used all his divine might to shatter an ancient stone arch. It collapsed on Juggernaut, burying him in rubble. The dust settled. Silence hung. Then Juggernaut rose, bloodied but not broken. Athena's voice echoed in Hercules' mind. "Use his strength against him." Hercules nodded, drawing Juggernaut into a trap. As the armored giant lunged up a narrow incline, Hercules spun and hurled his golden club. It struck Juggernaut's helmet with divine precision. A blast of energy erupted, shaking the earth. Juggernaut stumbled, then fell. Zeus descended in a blaze of light, pride in his eyes. Athena and Hephaestus joined him. The godsmith bound Juggernaut in chains, forged in celestial flame. "He will sleep for centuries," Hephaestus said, "buried deep beneath the world." And so the battle ended. Juggernaut was sealed. The earth began to heal. The people, though shaken, would rebuild. Hercules stood victorious, not by strength alone, but by wisdom, patience, and purpose. Even gods must grow.